Crowd here, just making a video about the state of Jefferson. Now, I just talked to a patriot friend of mine this weekend, and he was telling me about what's going on. It was really funny because serendipitously, I had just learned about this individual making some popular statements about the state of Jefferson and having it covered in regular media and stuff like that. And he invited me to come to the Wairika, I guess it's a town hall meeting, or maybe it's a board of supervisors meeting. But, you know, the Board of Supervisors has supported the notion of seceding from the state of California. Now, I don't know if that's really practical because, you know, wars have been fought over that. Bankers like their money. And we were talking about ways to finance such an effort, because that is the real crux of the matter, that Washington and Sacramento hold sway over us because they steal our tax money. And then they don't give it back to us. They don't give us, you know, good services, or they forget about us. So we have to put them in a position where they are forced to either provide better service or risk unemployment. And what I'm talking about particularly is a situation I just found out about in Humboldt County, where this parent is trying to find out information about their remains of their child that had been found, I guess, 12 days earlier than they were informed. And the family was still out there looking for, their dearly beloved, because the sheriff wouldn't tell them that they had already found him. So they spent like almost 2 weeks doing their own search. What's going on here? There's no freaking power. So I'm glad that here in Siskiyou County we have a decent sheriff, John Lope, who takes his sworn duty seriously, and I don't think we would have to worry about that here in Siskiyou County, but it definitely can happen. So how do you really send a message to Sacramento and Washington that we really mean business with this, sovereignty, state sovereignty thing? And the first thing that we need to do is call them on the money thing. We need to provide a product to the marketplace that is really in demand. I mean, despite the efforts of the bankers to suppress the price of gold and silver, they are going into the seasonal tendency where gold and silver rise. So, the bull market isn't over. And I guess, equities and the bonds haven't freaking exploded yet, so, you know, I guess everybody's, you know, breathing a sigh of relief, you know, because we haven't attacked Syria yet, you know. So, the one for sure way to stop, you know, attacks like on Syria, and to put, you know, complacent sheriffs and just any kind of bureaucrat, you know, put them on notice with a organization called a DRO, which is a dispute resolution organization. And what it does, or what it will do, is combined a lot of different services that you're currently getting from a whole bunch of different monopolies. For example, your DRO would offer, you know, insurance-like services, law, just kind of like what we get from the sheriff, but a little different, you know, because let's face it, when a entity is a monopoly, they do not have a interest to give good service. They can get away with obfuscating facts to the public, you know, doing unconstitutional things, and not being held responsible for it. But what a DRO should do is offer arbitration type services, insurance type services, banking services, and maybe, you know, even go in with the State of Jefferson and offer other services like registration for your vehicle, you know, insurance on that vehicle, you know, should you require some legal services. Well, wouldn't it be better to go to a organization that would solve your problem quickly and, you know, at a low cost, that is, you know, more agreeable with what you believe a republic should be? Because we don't live in a democracy, folks. We live in a republic. A government that is supposed to be confined by the powers given to it by the Constitution. And the government isn't supposed to do anything more, anything less. But we now, especially in California, which is why, you know, we want to succeed, is because we don't want a social state. I mean, you don't have to have a social state to have socialist programs. And you don't even have to have taxes, because I would be remiss to join the State of Jefferson if they didn't have honest money. You know, that to me is the crux of the matter. We can get some real work done if we stop taking the bankers' crooked money and we demand gold, silver, or a commodity-based currency, which the State of Jefferson could issue, you know, along with these DROs and a vast, you know, plethora of other services that, you know, people here in the rural lands need, but, you know, are only really, you know, available to the rich. So why is it that, the person who is, in a dispute with their landlord, they can't even get legal relief because, the system don't care, the lawyers don't care unless you pay them, and, you gotta pay them in the crooked money. So I think that, we were talking about different ways to fund this new state. And like I said, I think that the state could derive enough revenue from a bank that they charter and make loans to, citizens or member, organizations or whatever. Because the state of, I'm not sure if it's North Dakota or South Dakota, but they have a very good fiscal position because they have a state bank that issues the state all the money that they need to pay their bills. They don't deal with commercial banks. They have a state chartered bank, which provides them all their banking services, and so that's one reason why they're in a good position, is because, and they don't have a lot of taxes. So there's not a lot of people up there, but they've got a thriving economy, and because they're independent, they're somewhat independent of the banksters, which control the creation of money. So we just need to start creating our own money, and we need to do it in an honest way, which we can share with other people, and that's how we're going to win this thing, is with honest money, not fiat money, not taxation. And some of the things that we were talking about were providing services that people need, and we could a free marketplace is a good thing. If you had several DROs, competing for the business of the public, I mean, that's a way better situation than some monopolistic power that has no interest to provide good service. So anyway, just some things I've been thinking about with the dispute resolution organization and the free state of Jefferson. Anyway, take it easy. We'll have more to come.